my name is Goodner from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show. Happy Friday. Hi everyone, it is Friday, so welcome wherever you're watching. Make sure you say hi, tell us where you're tuning in from. And I know many of you in the US are awaiting some massive storm. Aren't we always waiting for a storm in our lives? But thank you for taking some time to be with us here on this Friday. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to our channel and like our page. And we love to get feedback throughout the show, answer questions, ask questions. And of course, the more you comment, the better chance it is for you to be one of our live winners for a $25 gift card. So keep chatting, everybody. Say hello to Mr. HP running the show over there.
Running the show. Everybody. Happy Friday to you.
All right, so we have a great show for you today. Lots to talk about, but we always kick off our Fridays. Kobe's here too. This was Kobe saying hi, by the way. We always kick it off with a little something in a glass, and this weekend we are headed out to California for the Road to California show, so I thought it would be very fitting to do a Californian-inspired cocktail. Now, this is called the Californian. Well, it totally could be the Floridian as well, because it's all about citrus. So we have some vodka and orange liqueur. I use Cointreau. You can use whatever you want. And then we have some fresh squeezed grapefruit juice and fresh orange juice as well. Cheers, everybody. There's nothing like fresh squeezed. One of the first things that I invested in when we moved into this house here was an electric juicer, citrus juicer. And so it's great. I'm going to have lots of lemons and limes also on my tree, so we're excited. But this is like sunshine in a cup, isn't it?
It is.
Very orangey, citrusy. Very good. All right, so you always come up with a word of the day, Mr. HP. Do you have one for today?
The word of the day is hula baloo.
Okay, and what does that mean?
Word from back in the day when there's a lot of commotion and fuss about
hula baloo.
What is all the hula baloo that's going on around here?
Well, we are going to be having some hula baloo next week at the show.
Serious.
Lots of quilting hula baloo.
When that door opens, hula baloo. It's going to be crazy.
I love it. Now, the quilt behind you today is Clarissa. And behind me, I've got a couple. I've got Athena, the original, the blue and white, which is in the Mixology 2 book. And then I've got a tape on the side, Table Runner, the Jiggy from the Master Your Stripology Rulers book.
Nice.
So, fun stuff. But it is also some national days today. It is National Work Harder Day. Now, can we work any harder?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, that one.
Goodness.
I'm sorry. That one came from nowhere.
Bless you,
I apologize.
Child. Bless you.
Thank you. That is his live. We are live, so sneezes and all. Yeah, National Work Harder Day. And tomorrow, to follow that up, tomorrow is National Make Your Dreams Come True Day. So work harder to make your dreams come true tomorrow.
That we can do.
If it was that easy, man, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But, thank you all. Everybody's blessing me.
Why do you think they say bless you?
Wasn't it something about this being like if you were sneezing way back in the Middle Ages that you had the plague or something?
No.
No.
It's like getting all the demons out.
No, I think it was like way back in the Middle Ages.
That's the question of the day. The question of the day, huh?
I don't know. Question of the day. So yes, we are. If we talk about more national days, food. We always got to find something food-wise. It is National Hot Tea Day. It was probably perfect for a lot of places in the United States right now where with the snowstorms and winter storms and craziness going on.
Yeah.
But also National Marzipan Day.
What's that?
Marzipan is like a almond paste. It is the best. It's one of my favorites. You can have it on cake. You can have it inside chocolate. It is just good stuff.
See, right here, someone said, put it up.
Okay.
These are the demons.
Okay.
Bless you, for them demons have come out.
Okay.
Okay,
let's move on.
We won't go there.
Okay. Like I said earlier, we're heading off to California this weekend and are excited to go back to Road to California show. It's been 4 years. Did you realize that? We were there last 2020. And so had a great time then. And so it's been 4 years since we've been there. I mean, the show wasn't held for a couple of years. And then we weren't able to make it last year. So we're excited to see.
Last time we were there, we drove 10,000 miles.
Yes, we did.
10,000.
Yes.
We went around the whole country.
A couple of times, almost. It was wild, but we had a good time. That was a good time on the road there.
Yeah.
We need to start with our show and tell, our Friday show and tell. Let's take a look at some of your quilts.
Hello?
Starting with the strip twist. This is by Gwen, and she made a gigantic one. I love it. This must be queen or king size. I love it. It looks like lots of beautiful scrappy fabrics. I love it. Good job. Next up is Strippy Stairways made by Sheila. Looks like Christmas fabrics or just reds and greens. Very festive. What a beautiful, beautiful colorway there on that white background. Very nice. Then we have a Kimberly quilt made by Kristen using some Grinch fabrics. I love this one. Really pretty. I love the lightness with all the white fabrics mixed in. Beautiful job. And awesome binding. Then we have a Taylor quilt made by Monica. Now this one looks like some Tim Holtz Halloween fabrics. I love it. I have a similar one and I absolutely love it. So great job, Monica. Then we have a Rosie made by Dottie. That is gorgeous. I love the colors. Looks like she used one of our Goodies Bundle Club bundles. Looks like Listen to Your Heart, our first ever Bundle Club shipment. That was awesome. I love the border on that. Then we have a really cute Trixie made by Sue. This is awesome. Just a small baby quilt, but really fun. I love the striking and contrasting colors. Now this could be totally done with some Color Club fabrics, all of it. That would be perfect. Then we have a Teen Spirit, also a smaller size, made by Pat. I don't know if these are flannels. They look super yummy, wintry fabrics, but really great job. Love it, love it, love it. Love that quilt under the tree as well. Another quilt under the tree. This is Back Home Table Topper made by Carrie. And awesome. I love this. Looks like some cave fabrics in the Flying Geese. And really cool quilting. Good job. Then we have a Kobe quilt made by Mary. I love the neutrals. Just monochromatic black, white, and gray. Can't go wrong. And what a perfect quilt to show that off. Somebody's going to really love this one. Ready to cuddle. Then, last but not least, a beautiful Emma quilt made by Cindy. Love the addition of the borders. What a beautiful ocean themed, well, at least ocean colored, but that's really, really pretty. Just those same hues staying within that colorway. So that's our show and tell for today. Thank you all for sharing. Keep them coming. So next up, we are going to do now that we're going to try to do every Friday and answer one of your submitted questions. And this one came in because I knew it was going to be a little bit longer answer. How did you make your design wall? So Linda asked this. She's setting up a design wall at her house. And so I'm going to take you through everything what we did. So we have a design wall here on the whole back wall. And what I prefer to use are insulation boards. They're like foam boards you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, anything like that. They are different thicknesses depending on where in the country you are. In Minnesota, we have the 2-inch thick. What we found here is just the 1 inch or 1.5 or something like that. 1 inch, I believe, yes. So I like the thicker ones because I pin into them all the time. So I wouldn't get the really thin. I know they have them in 1/2 inch. So insulation boards or foam boards, that's what I would get. And so I'm not talking about foam core like we use for posters. We want to use foam boards, so insulation boards. And then I bring them home. Now, usually I prefer to bring them in whole. They come in 4 by 8 inches. And so usually the 8 inches goes, close to the ceiling, sometimes to the ceiling. In my other house, it goes all the way to the ceiling. And so then I cover them with flannel. I prefer flannel. You could do it with batting as well. I just prefer the flannel. It's easy to just grab a lint roller and just roll it down and remove all those little threads that always get stuck to it. So I wrap them with that, and the way I secure the flannel on the back is just duct tape. Nobody's going to be seeing that backside, so I just duct tape. I fold the corners and duct tape it all down. So once they're covered, the way I secure them to the wall, just because I don't like putting any big, you can of course screw it to the wall. You want to just get big washers if you want to do that and screw them to the wall. But I actually just like command strips. So I got those command strips that have the Velcro, and I literally put them in a few places on the back of the insulation board, and then we just pressed it to the wall. And it works fine because you're not usually hanging any heavy weight on it. And if you have them in a few places, it's all good. Now, this one in particular here, we didn't have a big car when we were
a little tricky.
We were buying that. So there was they didn't want to, sometimes they want to cut them. They're able to cut them for us and they're really straight, but they weren't able to do that. So you had to do it with just a box cutter, right?
Box cutter, cut it in
that you found in the car. So it was like really, really wavy. Still didn't matter. I just covered it and made the sharp edge where they came together.
No one never knows.
Nobody, not really, unless you see the whole wall. So if you come visit, you might see that. But that's how I work my design walls. It's fairly easy, fairly cost effective for sure. I buy some flannel that is extra wide, just to make it really easy. So I buy the either a 108 or a 90 wide flannel.
The command strips don't jack up your wall.
Nope.
Great.
You can take it down and move it. Now, a lot of places I used to, when I rented a house, I actually just had my boards and I covered them, but I had them loose so I could move them and I could move them into another room. That was really handy too because I didn't want to stick anything to the wall. So that's a way too. You can just lean them up against a wall, or if you don't have space in your room, put it in front of a closet or put it in front of a window or whatever when you're using those.
Does they'll deliver?
Oh, they might, Jerry.
Awesome.
That's a good idea. That would be nice.
Great.
we should have thought of that. Next time we will. Yeah. But these are really, really useful. We have them all over the warehouse. We have them all over the classroom. There's design walls everywhere. And in the long arm room, we have one in the studio. Yeah, we use them all the time.
Awesome.
Everywhere. So thank you. Any more questions on foam or on design walls? So 4 by 8 foot sheets. So 4 feet is 48 inches. And 8 feet is what, 96?
Sounds good.
That's good. Yeah. So Very, very, very handy. And I could not live without my design walls. All right, let's talk about Bundle Club. So our subscription club, Goodies Bundle Club, is a quarterly subscription. We ship out a perfectly curated bundle every 3 months. And so January is ship month. On the 20th, everybody that is subscribed will get a shipping notification. It's very exciting because those bundles are always specially curated by me. I pick a collection and then I mix maybe some basics into it most times to make a really nicely balanced bundle. But not only that, every bundle, we take it and we make quilts from it and photograph them, so you get inspiration right away in a booklet that comes with your bundle club. Now this last one was Sea Sisters that shipped in October. We used the Sea Sisters fabric from Free Spirit by Shell Ramel. And can you put up that banner to show them how that looks? It was really awesome. Sea Sisters banner. Oh. Can't find it? Well, anyways, it's gorgeous. So now that we are in the month of the next delivery, you are able to purchase the Sea Sisters bundles that we have left. Now, not many left, but here are some of the quilts that we made that were included in that booklet. So we included in the booklet, there's always directions on how you can take one bundle and make 2 quilts out of it. So the first one we did was coral. I love how they all look different, even though it's the same bundle. This one we used some dark navy with the fabrics. And then the next quilt we took, so this one is made with 10-inch squares, but then we had more left of the bundle, so we cut it into strips and made hang glide. So 2.5-inch strips. Hang glide is found in my Strip Your Stash book, and paired that with some teal and that beautiful chartreuse green, and it just really changes the look of the fabrics. And I just love playing with that, different ways. Then another option, we did the Nikki quilt, which is made with 10-inch squares. This one we did the accent with a dark navy as well. Still looks different. You could do that with a green, or you can do it with a teal or whatever. It looks really awesome. And then the fourth quilt that you could do with 10-inch squares and cut 5-inch squares from the rest of your bundle is the Wanda that we made. And for that one, I decided to pull out some of the rusty reds in the fabrics and use that Provisions by Tim Holtz for the accent. And so I just love this fabric. It is just so cool and calming. We had three or four different basics mixed into it. It has an ombre feel. It goes from dark to light, so you can really play with it. And we just absolutely love it. So that is now available. Now, Bundle Club, it has spots open. So if you subscribe today, you will be receiving the bundle that is being packaged right now and will be shipping on the 20th. So check it out if you're interested. It is really fun to get something fun in the mail every 3 months. And again, we give you all the inspiration and ideas on how you can really utilize all the fabrics for 2 quilts. All right. So speaking of subscriptions, Color Club, which is our monthly subscription club. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. I think I need to have a sip of the Californian.
Have a little sip. It'll help you get your words right.
I think it will. So we shipped our Color Club out last week. And so the color for January, it is time to reveal the color that I chose for the January shipment. So are you ready to see what was in our package? Goodies Color Club for January. Drum roll, please. I think it was a little bit unexpected. Ooh, what was it? Ooh, a cute little girl, but what is it?
Cute little girl.
Rosy Cheeks. is the inspiration. So that beautiful rosy blush color that you get on your cheeks, well, if you have this lighter skin tone, but this is such a memory for me growing up in Iceland. When we came in after playing outside, everybody's cheeks were different shades of red and rosy.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem.
You don't have that problem. A little dark to show up, your redness to show up. But let's take a look at the fabrics. I love this. I had, of course, a range because, you know, like I said, different shades of red. Some people turn flaming red in the face when they even work out, but I never had that happen to me, but definitely out in the cold.
Chocolate.
I got some rosy cheeks. So beautiful array. This is such a in color right now. This mauve-y, dusty rose color is very prominent in home deck. And of course, I'm going to show you all the fabrics. It is also kind of hip in clothing as well. I've seen a lot of that. So let me take you through it. I'm going to start with the darkest value. I wanted to have one darker, but it has these lighter bits of that rosy color. This is called linen in the barn red color. So this is by Hoffman, California. And I really love this color because it has the depth, but still the lightness within. Then we have Whisper Weave. This has kind of a weave texture. You'll see this is by Benartex. Nancy Halverson designed this basic. Really love this texture. It has those darker bits in it to mix up with the lighter. So, and the color name is Blush. And then we have a fabric that is also by Benartex. This is called Linen-esque. So a different linen-y texture, but it has a little bit of white, so it lightens up the color a little bit. But another great, almost like a solid, but has a little bit of texture. Great one. Next up is a Dear Stella Dash Flow in the clay color. So you see a little bit more browner, more duller hue here. But we love dash flow, lots of movement with a design, lighter and darker. And finishing it up with a Art Gallery Deco Stitch in the Rosebud. And another favorite of ours, Deco Stitch, of course, has the little stitches designs in darker and then also in lighter. It's hard to see here, but we I really love these colors. So this is just pink. The pink hue is always a positive emotion that connects to that color, love and affection, tranquility. And it would be great to mix this with some more similar earthy colors, browns and grays and green. And of course, opposite color wheel, blues would also be really great. But as always, for a while, we will have all of the Color Club colors available in 1 yard. So we have the linen and the barn red, and we have the Whisper Weave in the blush. We have the Linen-esque in the rose, the Dash Flow in the clay, and then Deco Stitch Rosebud. And of course, I had some fun going through the warehouse, pulling some beautiful bundles where you could take some of these and mix in. These are going to be great basics. I'm actually thinking that I could totally take this and make this as a basis of a quilt or a table runner with some background. But let's take a look at some of the fabric bundles that this would mix in really beautifully. Starting with the Afternoon Tea. This is a Riley Blake. And it has a few pinks in this shade that could totally support more. But I love the blues and the greens with those blush colors. And so that's a really great inspiration to use these colors. Next up, we have a new, and the new was our Bundle Club bundle back last summer. And it has some of those, especially the darker hues of that rosy cheeks, and then it has the peachy colors, the lighter one. So this could easily be mixed into this bundle, giving it a little more subtleness. Then we have Desert Blooms. Now this color is prominent in Desert Blooms. I love this bundle. I actually just finished a quilt with it that you get to see later. And this would be perfect to mix in a little more of that blush, especially the darker tones would pair nicely with it. Then we have Love Struck, a beautiful moda line by Lella Boutique. This would be great, mixing a little bit of more earthiness in with those pinks, those lighter and brighter pinks. I feel like the greens and the browns already would support any of these colors very nicely. Then we have Porch Swing, another Riley Blake that has that peachy pink, that dusty rose color already. And so mixing more of those in there would be great. Again, just goes to show how beautiful it looks with that mustard yellow and those deep greens. Quaint Cottage is a moda line by Gingerbread, I believe. And so half of that bundle is really a shade of those dusty mauve pinks and light browns. So this would be a perfect addition, popping it with a little bit more color using some of these dusty rose. And here's an unexpected one, but I think it would look great mixing some of these in with Ravel by E Bond. So there is a couple of pinkish colors in there, but a lot of the fabrics have bits of all of these colors, all these shades. So that will be fun to mix in some basic with those wild fabrics. Very cool. And last but not least, we have Vivian. This one just came in. I just showed this a couple of weeks ago or last week. But beautiful hues, and all of those tones are in these fabrics. So any of these rosy cheek colors would mix in perfectly. So that's Rosy Cheeks. They look like my cheeks? I should have put some blush on her. I should pinch my cheeks to get some rosy cheeks.
Pinch those cheeks.
Because we don't have the cold out over here. And probably won't have it in Florida either. So that is Color Club. Again, we have spots available to sign up for Color Club. You'll get 5 cuts of half yards every month. I choose the inspiration, and they're all in the same color family. So these are great to just add to your collection, your stash, and you're able to pull it in whenever you need. Some calmness, some basics. I love how many of you have been subscribers since we started. We're almost 3 years into Color Club, and that's just amazing. I go to those colors all the time. I go to those fabrics and mix in all the time. All right, so let's talk about Valentine's Day. I am obsessed with this quilt that we just made from Happy Hearts, our Valentine's themed bundle. We made coral using a medium gray background, and I just love how it makes all of those fabrics really stand out. So you can see, okay, the backing. I don't think we can see the quilting on it, but I really love this quilt. I just love the richness of the red against that gray that just really makes it pop and shine. And then we also recently made a little Diana table runner from the I Love Us bundle. This one is a really quick and easy table runner to do. You can use 5-inch squares. The pattern calls for 5-inch squares, so we actually have a little bundle from this line, so it was perfect. We used the little bundle to make this runner, and this awesome binding, diagonal stripe binding is included in that little bundle. So here's the Happy Hearts bundle. It's a 12-piece, so it has those blacks and reds and white fabrics in there, so gray was a perfect choice to have in there for the background of the coral quilt. And then we have the I Love Us bundle, which is a 9-piece, adding in some of those pinks. And look at those rosy cheeks would fit in perfectly into this bundle. Actually, both bundles. It would fit in both. And here is the little bundle. The little bundle is a 6 by 21 inch strip of fabric, 12 different fabrics, and then you get a 1/4 yard of full width fabric to use for binding. And so this one, we added just 3 bases to make it 12, which means that you can cut it yourself with your rulers into 5-inch squares. If you want to pre-wash, you can do that. It won't alter the size too much. You can still cut 5-inch squares from it. And so this is kind of our version of charm packs, is having our little bundles, and you can make a lot of the little patterns from those. And so as a little special for a few days, we are having 20% off of our Valentine's fabrics. So those 2 bundles and the little bundle. So check it out on our website. This special will be available through the 19th. Just a little special for about a week. Yes, so check that out. But let's take a look at some fabrics. I've got really great bundles to show you today. 2 bundles. The first one is called Great Journey, and I am absolutely in love with this. This is the cutest thing ever. So this is by Figo Fabrics, I believe. Designer. Look at these little raccoons in an airplane, and they're jumping out with their little what is this called?
Parachute.
Parachute. Skydiving. They're skydiving, but I love that there's quilting patterns on the parachute. So the parachute is a quilt. That is just so cute. Love the colors, very muted neutrals, but so soothing. I think this would be so cute for a kid's room. Very neutrals, which is really in these days. I think young parents don't want the typical pink or blue, so something unique like this would be great. So here we have some neutrals again. I love this. It's like a ticker. I think it's like Morse code. I don't know if it is, but it kind of looks like it because there's little numbers and letters in between. And staying in this light gray, the paper airplanes. I just think it's so cute. It's so unique. Just stuff that I haven't seen before. So greens and browns on that gray background with flying among the clouds. And then here, I guess, is the view from the plane, from the airplane. So you'll see this gray has a little more greener hue to it, but looking down at the houses, this just feels very Scandinavian to me. Feels like a Scandinavian landscape.
Yeah, everybody loves it.
I know, it's so cute. And then we have the compass print. And now this has a little more green to it. Not fully green, but I just love these shades. They're different shades, but so rich and calming and beautiful. We have the map. So I guess if they fly higher, you start seeing the world a little bit different. So you have the ocean and the little planes flying everywhere. It's a really nice print with the blues and the greens in there. So another paper airplane in the blue. Beautiful. And then we bring in some more earthy tones, some tan here. I love this print. A little grid with polka dots. So bringing in those browns, and they're still green, and that rusty red and the light blue. So pretty. Another compass print in the darker grayish brown. And then we have a mosaic, which I love. Bringing in all of those colors together. So some of the darker hues. So it's not just light hues. It's we have a great mixture. And then into a darker gray, that same gridded print with the polka dots. Great way to add some depth and color. And then we finish it off with that Morse code again in the charcoal gray, almost black. So with a gray print on it, that finishes off the 12-piece collection. And I am absolutely in love with it. It's so cute. So for my fabric pull, I'm going to start here on the lighter side with the bumbleberries in the light gray. Love the variations of the gray, so it'll mix well with the lightest tones. A little bit darker is the seedling in the dove color. So mixing in with a little bit of the darker hues here. And then I have the jacks in the fog. So this one has that gray base, but a green hue, just like this print. So it works really well in here. Bringing in some of the more blue tones, the grunge and the smoke has that bluish gray feel. And then for the browner tones, I pulled in a French General Solids. So it's that little weave. And this is the tan color. So it's a perfect tan to match here, to match with the paper airplanes and the airplanes themselves. And then we have, I brought this one in kind of in between those two browns. This is a bumbleberries in the khaki color. Will work great. And then as far as the darker ones, the grunge and the Maven taupe works well as well for that medium brown tone. For the rich dark brown, I pulled a canvas in the coffee bean. Really nice dark brown. And then also for the darkest charcoals, the grunge in the espresso has a nice warm hue to it, but it's almost black. And a couple of accents. Well, if you wanted a background, I would go with, this is a grunge, soft clear water. So it is fairly white, but it has a little bit of gray specks and a tiny bit of tan in it. So it would work with all of those hues. And if you wanted something to bring focus, a focus print that is not in here, I would do something like the deco stitch in the laurel. This is that beautiful shade of green that would work to bring out still enough color, but not too much. So really keep the integrity of the bundle. Great journey. Just love this one. So cute. So cute. All right. Let's take a look at another bundle that I just got in. And this next one would be perfect to make the Athena quilt that is hanging behind me. It is called Starry Sky. And this is a Moda line. And I chose to go lights and dark. So we're starting off with this. It has a little bit of that celestial theme. So we have moons and stars and things like that. This is designed by, I should know this, April Rosenthal. So this is the first, on the lighter end, the first print. Has quite a bit of blue in it. And then we have the moons and stars. And as you know, I like to mix it so that we have different shades of white or light, so it's not just all on the same scale. Then we have shooting stars, a little bit smaller print with the blues. I love that it has a few shades of blue as well, not just one shade. We have